Hi everyone, this is module number 109 for the subject of strategic human resource management. And we will continue to talk about the practicalities, the implications, and our understanding of the past research on the link between strategic human resource management practices and organizational performance. One thing I hope you people understand that some HRM practices or strategic human resource practices, modern HR practices, best fit practices. So all these terminologies are used to denote something, and but they are different. And when somebody is conducting a research in this area, somebody has to first specify what what that means in that particular research. This is what we talked in the beginning of this chapter, specifying HR practices, specifying outcomes, and specifying definitions of strategic human resource management. When there are different studies and different measures and different scales, scales means what you use to measure something about, for example, employee happiness, employee turnover. When there are different scales, different measures, employee productivity, and similarly when there are different HR practices, in every study there are different HR practices. How can you conclude something, or where will we reach at the end, that what is the conclusion of the impact of SHRM practices on organizational performance? I hope you people recall that I said in the past that in 2012, Kaufman, he writes in his article that the last 30 years of research on strategic human resource management deserves a failing grade, because we still lacks a theory. We still don't know the which direction causal arrow goes, whether the HR practices impact on organizational performance or organizational performance impact on on HR practices. So we still don't know. We know that there is only relationship between the two, but which direction the causal arrow goes, we are still unaware of those things. So there is a lot of criticism, but at the same time, guest 2017, he suggests that to the best of my knowledge, we are still searching for answers, and we are optimistic that with the continuation of research in this field, we will find something which is relevant and which might be answering these questions or this criticism. So the HR balance scorecard is not a new thing, and this concept was introduced decades ago. And the simple concept, don't get confused with the HR balanced scorecard. It suggests that rather than having a unitary perspective about the organizational performance, look at the organization and outcomes from different perspectives, or even from some more perspectives, if not the different perspectives, but to see it from some more perspectives. So customers are also important. If customers are loyal, if customers are happy, if customers know your brand, for example, the past research, they need to know that what is the impact of this particular activity on customers' loyalty to your organization, or the impact of training on customer loyalty, the impact of training on employees, and that result in customer loyalty. That is also a one important dimension. You must not always think about only the financial performance, because the ultimate goal is financial performance. आप कहेंगे कि ये क्या बात हुई कि अगर फाइनेंशियल परफॉर्मेंस इंप्रूव नहीं हो रही है तो वाई द कंपनी शुड इन्वेस्ट मनी, है, तो क्यों कंपनी पैसा इन्वेस्ट करे HR प्रैक्टिसेस में? लेकिन मैंने याद रखिएगा कि पहले भी कहा था कि देयर इज सम डिजिटल आउटकम्स, दे आर एट अ मोर डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम द एक्चुअल HR प्रैक्टिसेस. तो ये जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की परफॉर्मेंस है या फाइनेंशियल आउटकम है, दैट इज़ द परहैप्स द लास्ट थिंग from employees to the organizational productivity, or from HR practices to the organizational productivity. In between, there is a great deal of distance, and we have to examine that a great deal of distance, that the HR practices impact on employee attitudes, and that employee attitudes might turn into employee behaviors, and that employee behaviors might result in some kind of organizational climate and environment, and that environment might also produce some kind of customer satisfaction or customer loyalty, and that customer loyalty might produce something like a financial outcomes or financial performance of the organization. So हम कहते हैं कि ये बहुत डिस्टेंस के ऊपर है HR practices से. It is hard to directly see or it is not always possible to see कि भाई ये HR की एक्टिविटी अगर की तो इसका इम्पैक्ट क्या होगा फाइनेंशियल परफॉर्मेंस के ऊपर. Some in between things might also suggest improvement. Some in between things might also suggest positive move or positive outcome. So similarly, organizational learning and growth is another area, whether due to the SHRM practices, organization is learning or not, and organization is growing or not. Organization employees and they have a better knowledge than yesterday or not. Internal business processes. देखिए कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, इट हैज़ अ प्रोसेसेस. बैंक का प्रोसेसेस है, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनीज का प्रोसेसेस है, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कंपनी का प्रोसेसेस है. सो द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ HR practices on per processes. If your processes are improving, ultimately, sooner or later, they will have an impact on performance of your organization. And lastly, obviously, it is the financial performance. So the balance scorecard suggests 4 areas that need to be included in the research of SHRM and performance linkages. Thank you.